Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Lately, I've been on a kick for patterns and then especially around the circle. And this one came out pretty good and I didn't really try all that hard. But that's a pretty cool around the pattern. So what we're going to do is take an ellipse and hit P, Control D and make a duplicate, get the two-sided arrow and bring it in. But this time I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm going to hit P to put it in the center of the page. I'm just going to rotate it 5 degrees. And then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and put it back to 0 and then Control D again. So I've got two 5-degree items. I'm going to take the first one and fill it in with black and nudge it over. That's going to be my drawing space. You don't have to use the artistic media tool, but I'm going to. And I'm going to go ahead and use the freehand tool first. And I'm just going to and I've got my freehand tool set on 100, which makes it smoother. And just kind of draw some shapes, and maybe even draw shapes like that. You kind of have to go to the edge each time. And then if you see a rough spot, either delete it or take your smoothing tool and just kind of smooth it out a little bit. Then get back to the 2-point line or freehand tool and just make some weird shapes. That got some sharp points, but I'm just doing it for the video. I'm not taking too much time. I think I've got everything covered. Maybe put one more up here if I can get it in and get out. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way for just a second. I'm going to select all these and I'm going to get the artistic media tool and I'm going to go like that. And then you can see that you're a little bit close. So, you get the artistic media tool back and reduce them in thickness, but you want them pretty thick. So what we can do now, we can still take our shape tool and grab these, get the shape tool and just kind of manipulate them, do whatever you want to with it, make it a little bit better. These are too close together. So you could do that and bring this up. As long as you don't get outside, and then you've got a kind of like a bad spot here where I twisted it up quite a bit. And just take this and just do that or do the opposite. There we go. And I got a couple more kind of bad spot. It won't really matter. It'll kind of look cool in a way, but just, you have to, like, I'm going to get rid of that node and then take this node and kind of get it like that. So I'm going to call that, I'm going to delete that and see what happens. All right, let's just call that good. Now what you have to do is go to the object and break the 13 objects apart. And then I always left click, right click. This is the only kind of a pain to get rid of those. You've got to get rid of these extra lines. And just when you delete, just make sure you don't delete your good line. We're trying to just get that artistic. That was our original line. Whoops, see, I got rid of the wrong line. Just a couple more. And you could nudge that good line out of the way and you come back and take that. All right, we got it. Now I need to group this together, Control G. Nudge this back. Take it, because that's a group, we can intersect it. And by intersecting, we got that right there. Now I'm going to nudge this back over. I don't like those two lines so close to the top, but it'll work. Then Control D, and don't rotate it, but take your two-sided cross And then that way it'll get you this figure. I'm going to go ahead and take away our line. So if I hold down the Alt key and swipe through, I'm going to go ahead and Control G them so I can nudge them out of the way. Now this is in the center of the page. I'd go ahead and take these and weld them. And then I'm going to Control D, Alternate C. And because we only did 5 and now it's 10, so I need to do 10 degrees, Control D. And you really never know what you're going to get till you're done. See those 2 lines up top kind of distorted. But then we could take this, I mean, it makes it look darker. We can get this out of the way. Take the whole thing and weld it. Hopefully those center lines will go away, and they did. And then you could just take it and select it all, make it whatever color you want on fill. Boy, it doesn't look like it. And then take away the outline. And then I like showing it off with the yellow box trick. It's not as good as my first one, but you know, if you look, that looks like a bat. That looks like a nose. You know, you get, so I should have redone these. And like that really thin line is really thin. But see, you gotta get a circle. So I like my first one better, but, and you could play with it and rotate it around then just one time and then look at it. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.